Friendly Neighborhood Gamer here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be going over 5 of the most rarest weapons in the Elden Ring game in patch 1.09. But really quickly, I also want to shout out to each and every one of you who watch my videos. I appreciate it, and I keep going because of you guys, so thank you very much. Even if you aren't subscribed, I appreciate your view, so thank you. Now, I won't waste any more of your time, so let's get straight into the video. The first weapon we're going to be going over is the Cleanrot Spear. It is an amazing weapon with a beautiful Ash of War, but it has a really extremely low chance of dropping with just under 1% of a drop rate. This weapon is really good when it is leveled up, and it is good for those of you who like to use spears, especially with a shield. Also, good news for you as well, you can also farm another weapon that is extremely rare while farming for this weapon as well. And that weapon is going to be the Halo Scythe. So the Cleanrot Spear and the Halo Scythe, they are both awesome weapons, and they are both dropped from Cleanrot Knights, which you can find in this area, which I will show you in just a sec. But as you can see, the Scythe also has a beautiful Ash of War, and the attacks on it are pretty awesome as well once it is leveled up. You can use the Ash of War and actually spam it quite well towards your enemies. Now, to farm both of these weapons, what you're going to want to do is come to this side of Grace right here. If you haven't killed Commander Niall in this spot right here, then the side of Grace will not have appeared for you yet. But once you've done that and you've unlocked the side of Grace, you can get on your horse because you're going to be in a lake of rot, so you don't want to take rot damage, so make sure that you get on your horse. So once you're in here, there's about 3 to 4 Cleanrot Knights that you can clear in the area. The ones with the Halo Staff in their hand are of course the ones you want to farm in order to get the Halo Staff. And then vice versa, the ones that have the spear in their hand are the ones that you want to farm in order to get the spear. Now this is a brutal farm. I will say that it took me about 50 or 60 tries to actually get both of the weapons. And that was pretty lucky. Sometimes it takes longer, or maybe if you're really lucky, it might take less. And of course, when you're farming for any rare items such as these, make sure you equip your Silver Scarab Talisman and also eat one of your Silver Pickled Foul Foots. So both of those items together will definitely help you boost your discovery and help you farm these items. Another little bonus thing as well, if you're farming for those items, hopefully you can farm the Cleanrot Knight armor while you're farming for these guys as well. Luckily enough, when I was farming for these weapons, I got the armor pieces as well. The next weapon is going to be the Celebrant's Sickle, which is probably one of the hardest weapons I've ever had to farm for. Now we're going to be coming to the Windmill Village side of Grace, and we're going to be farming these little dancing ladies here. Now this sickle isn't amazing, it's still pretty decent. However, if you're a completionist, this is a must-have in your collection. Now the only two ones that actually drop this weapon are these two ladies right here with the blue cloaks on their back. They're the only two that will drop the Celebrant sickle. So what you want to do here is just kill both of these ladies over and over until you get the sickle, and of course don't forget your scarab and your Silver Pickled Foul Foots. And then once you kill them, just go run down to the side of Grace and then run back and farm them again. Now what's also cool about this weapon is you get 10 runes per each consecutive hit on the enemy. Now it's not significant, but it's a pretty cool weapon that does this as well. However, this weapon is extremely hard to farm, so I understand if you don't want to go for it. However, it is an awesome weapon to add to your collection. The fourth weapon that we're going to be going over is the Noble's Slender Sword, which is very hard to get because it also has a very low drop rate. Now this weapon is great for dexterity builds, and it's one of the longest straight swords in the game. And it does pretty decent damage. I don't have it leveled up at all. However, it is definitely not the greatest weapon on this list, but it is a must-have if you are a completionist and you want all the weapons in the game. It is definitely fun to use with a shield as well. Now what you want to do in order to farm this weapon is come to the Debate Parlor side of Grace, and we're going to be farming nobles. These can be found in Limgrave or at the Academy right here, and specifically I will show you which enemy that is. These guys right here are the guys that you want to farm. There's about 6 or 7 of them in this area right here, and they are very, very easy to kill, and a very common enemy in this area, plus Limgrave. So there's 2 right there down at the bottom of this broken staircase, and then we are going to be going up the staircase, and there's going to be a few more up there as well. Just be careful of the sorcerers up there because they can kill you pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. Now I would go in here, take out this sorcerer, and then you can hurry and farm these guys right here. And of course they are easy to kill, like I said before. The last weapon we're going to be going over is the Thorned Whip, which I'm sure some of you are already familiar with. This one's also pretty hard to get as well, and it can only be farmed from one area. It does pretty decent damage, however, I don't use whips very much, so this is not at its full potential. If you're going for any type of bleed build, this weapon is amazing. It causes blood loss and is super good when it is fully upgraded. I highly recommend that you go for this weapon. It is a little bit of a grind, but its attacks and its damage are worth it. So in order to farm this weapon, we're going to be at this side of Grace right here, and this is where the farming will take place. Now what you want to do is leave the tomb and go outside. I highly recommend that you bring some sort of summon with you because it can help with this little fight. Now this guy isn't super hard, however he can be pretty tricky if you're pretty early on and you don't have a ton of health. Now the enemy that we're going for is this fire prelate right here. He does do a lot of damage, so you do have to be careful when you are engaging with him. That's why I recommend that you bring one of your summons with you. And that's it for the video. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. Hopefully this helps you guys out with farming some of these weapons. And like I said, don't forget your silver scarab talisman and your silver pickled foul foots, and hopefully that will help you. Thank you so much, and we will catch you guys next time. Hit the damn subscribe button already.